to be Team Naruto.
EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present final round coverage of the PGA Championship. We're here at Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin for the PGA Championship. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the championship action. Frank, what's in store for our golfers today under these major championship conditions?
It's a Pete Dye special, Rich. Bunkers, I've lost count of the number of bunkers at Whistling Straits, but already it's been the host of several PGA championships, so it's a test for the great players of the world. But really, you got to tip your cap to the designer. He'll tell you that building Whistling Straits was a, quote, once-in-a-lifetime thing. To see Lake Michigan around the golf course, it looks just like it's not real. It looks like you're playing on the moon sometimes. It's an amazing venue.
We're ready to go. Off to the first hole. Frank, this is where you want to be, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the challenge. This is the beauty of the game. Take your best golf against the rest. See who comes out on top.
Starting this final round with the lead. Good contact, good result. Excellent opening tee shot. That ball right in the fairway. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. And getting ready for the putt.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I'll go Keffel said.
Happy to take two from there. What's one
Drag Wilson.
Great putt.
Ready to tee off at this magnificent second hole. Frank, all I see are bunkers and water.
Well, that's pretty much what everybody else is going to see as well. Ideally, hit it down the left, though, and then you don't have a blind second shot. Even though you can be on the fairway on the right side, well, you won't see the green.
That is just a beautiful shot. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, there really is nothing in America quite like Whistling Straits when you consider that it looks like an old seaside links course, and yet it's in the middle of America. It's in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of landscape in there that wraps around Lake Michigan. So that's what gives it that links-like feel. but then it took a genius of an architect to build in 18 phenomenal holes that match the environment.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. What a tremendous display of golf this has been. Now the stunning 188-yard par 3 third here at Whistling Straits.
Yeah, the green angles to the left. You have to be careful because it's well protected by those huge bunkers and dunes on the left.
Good looking shot right here. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's no snack though.
So close.
Just when you think you're going to make birdie. Now, have to really concentrate on this and at least make par.
Just a couple of feet. A good effort and a good par putt. We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action at hole number 4. As we check in on this early final round action, we join our featured golfer off to a hot start.
Yeah, some great golf. I really like the way they've been playing right now. Certainly playing aggressive golf, and that's getting rewarded today too. If there's a little bit of timidity at the top there, then there's this great opportunity that's going to open up, especially over those closing few holes.
Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And the other good thing, too, he's actually putting well.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Now his third, staring right at the green. It should be pretty good right there, on the safe side. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Set to go now at the sixth. It's a pretty short par four.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards.
So a little slow out of the gates, but now Frank's starting to pick it up.
Yeah, and into the ebb and flow of the game. We know you can't hit good shots all the time, so if you can just ride out the little bad patches like now, then things can still get up very quickly.
See how they do on this approach. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable, that never deviated offline.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Ben Crenshaw right there, just so smooth.
I've played before.
On the seventh tee now, and a tricky 221-yard par three.
If you have a look at the way in which Pete Dye has designed this hole, you can see that the green shapes away to the right. So if you can bring the ball in from the left, it's certainly desirable.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Beautiful display of ball striking today. Really in control. And that's another GIR, green in regulation. Just 5 feet left. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, not a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, when we stop staring at Lake Michigan in the background, what should we be focusing on this shot?
Well, somehow you've got to thread a long iron in between the bunkers on the left and the bunkers on the right onto a very, very narrow green.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
What a turnaround, Rich.
Showing a lot of fight right now. Poor start to the round, but never gave up. That is a huge birdie right there, right back in the mix. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
You can't ask for much more than that. About 5 feet away. Beautifully done. Shouldn't be a problem here. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. We're now at the 11th hole, and this is a huge par 5. 645 yards, Frank, that's a biggie.
And plus, this hole bends to the right, which sort of makes you think that you can hit it down the right side. But if you miss down the right, there's just a multitude of bunkers that'll swallow up that ball, and you're nearly guaranteed to make at least 6. I'm loving that balance.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. This looks to be at least an extra club, maybe 2 clubs going way up that hill to the green. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
Yeah, just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
How do you like that?
Let's get it. Let's go.
Just a phenomenal play right there. Back to the action here at the 12th. It is a par 3, and Frank, a little bit of a breather, at least in terms of yardage.
Well, that's about it, because this green is one of the most undulating on the golf course. I doubt there's a flat spot on this green. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Trying to make yet another birdie.
Oh, painful lip out. This is a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Those keep the round going, those par putts. Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen.
Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway. So you've got to aim left of center. Oh, nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Now the par 4, 14th, and Frank, this is not about brute strength, is it?
A bit of a head scratcher here. When you first look at it, you think you just pull out the driver, but it narrows up in the driving area. So really it's a layup off the tee, just a short iron in from there.
Frank, with a drive off to the left side, what's the player looking at now?
Well, a blind second shot, so you've got to pick one of those mounds in the distance to really focus on the line here.
That will be a great look at birdie. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Good putt. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Wow, what impact. Absolutely crushed it.
Aim on, golf ball. Shot the Human Torch to be here if it has for a moment.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there and right down Peachtree. Second shot, good look at the green. Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now the run to the finish, beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. And getting ready for the putt. Oh, yes, that's an eagle. Frank, the 17th hole. I don't like the sound of it. It's called pinched nerve, and I'm not sure I like the look of it. 249 yards and all sorts of trouble to the left.
Well, trouble to the left, there is some 20 feet below the level of the green, so that's a no-go zone. And then, of course, on the right, there's a huge mound, a sand dune there with a bunker in it. That sort of makes you hit that tee shot a little further left. But believe me, there is a little bit of green in between both.
Flip that one perfectly. It spins in there inside of 5 feet. Just a gorgeous shot.
Second shot.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
The final hole at a major championship. Suck it up and then lock it up if you can.
And this hole is anything other than straight. It looks like it bends to the left, but the tee is so far left it forces you to go right. Miss left, it goes down in a canyon full of bunkers. Miss right, and that second shot just becomes so much longer. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, this approach to 18, it will test you in every way.
Yeah, even off a good tee shot, it's a difficult second, and this is one that you really have to think, perhaps maybe hitting that second shot a little right of center.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
He's made it. What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.
Emmanuel Nar wins 2018 PGA. Emmanuel Nar wins 2018 PGA Championship. Emmanuel Norm won the 2018 PGA Championship on Sunday for his 16th major and 4th PGA Championship title of his career. Nar closed with the final round 17 out of 55. 17 is my favorite number. All I wanted to do all week was to play within myself and wait for the other guys to make a mistake, said Nar. It was important for me that I didn't let the pressure get to me. 16 more minutes to be number one. 16 more minutes. Get ready, game on. Thought the House Musical 3. Especially with Disney Plus coming out last month on November 12, 2019. Today's December 12, 2019. Hey, Disney Plus came out a month ago. Shout out to that also. That's amazing. Alright, CBT Naruto over and out. Also, shout out to Disney Plus coming out a month ago. Like I just said, that's amazing. Sounding pretty fresh. And shout out to Veterans Day, military, being 1 month and 1 day ago on November 11, 2019. That's also amazing. Sounding pretty fresh. And yes, shout out to Disney Plus coming out a month ago on November 2019. It's amazing, exciting, and pretty fresh movies on there like Captain Marvel with my girl Brie Larson, The Avengers Endgame, and Brie Larson's also on that too. And all the Disney Channel shows, Disney Channel original movies. It's just perfect. So shout out to that. Also shout out to Cats, the musical movie coming out next week on December 20, 2019 in 8 days. So was that 1 week and 1 day? That's going to be amazing, something pretty fresh. Also, all the actresses and artists and musicians in there, like Taylor Swift, Idris Elba, Jason Derulo, James Corden, as Gordon with the C, just name a few. Or Wilson. That's going to be perfect. So, shout out to that also. And so that being said, CBT Naruto over and out.